Okay, so extreme quick change of plans. Welcome to another unexpected episode. Sky, thunder, lightning. We've got good stuff happening.
Lightning is a lie. I haven't seen
You know what, camera lady? I heard. You know what that is, right?
it. Is that a javelina?
That's the javelina. Okay, so there is some seriously disturbed javelinas down there. I say we get out of their potential warpath and go up here, and I'll talk about my change of plans. I also really like this Virga coming down. There goes a goldfinch. All right, this looks like a good spot to trunk a couple of tripods. I got my shoulder kind of temporarily fixed. I got a bunch of steroid injections, and surprisingly, there's no pain right now. But there's still a lot of tears and questionable broken bony things and mechanics going on in there. Anyways, that is looking epic. You probably can't tell from the exposure, but we've got some good stuff happening right there. So I'm gonna set up a time lapse and I'm gonna bank on that sun getting underneath that. Okay, gotta check which cameras I have. I'm gonna hope for some light rays too coming through there. We have the storm is moving that way, and I don't have a good view that way, but I have a good view this way. So I don't even remember what I was gonna do initially for like the video motif, the video theme, but when I got out here, I realized that the video theme should be you don't always need to leave your comfort zone. I know everyone always says things like, you know, you got to get out there and get past your comfort zone and try new things and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, there's a time and place for that. But what I want to do is storm chase, right? And I don't have the time to go anywhere or the money for a lot of gas right now. So the most important thing that you can do to get the best shots possible, especially like within your area where you can get to, is like really study where you live. And I think that just like people just never think about exploring every little bit of their area, where they live, where you can get to like super fast, you know? Because this area, I mean, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you probably have seen at least 20 to 50 videos in this area right here over the last 5 years. And that's because, you know, I have studied every bit of this town and I know where I can get to really quickly. And that's highly important because that enables me to get shots like this from this spot that I can get to from my house in 5 minutes, you know. And yeah, I'm lucky that I live in New Mexico. But aside from that, like, seriously, you know, getting like, just know if there are any lookouts. Like, I know that this lookout is good for the north and the west, and it's not good for the east and the south, you know. So knowing those things for when this stuff starts happening, you know, that's the most important thing. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put this in aperture priority mode, and I'm going to lock the focus down. And I'm going to prepare for a time lapse. Actually, I'm gonna do stills on this one. So I'm not gonna do the movie mode, I'm gonna do stills. That way I have the option of pulling a still, or more than likely to blending this and doing a time blend. And I think that could work out really well. So let me get this set up and we'll go from there. I might set up another one over there. But let me do this first. All right, so we got 2470 set up on a time lapse over there, getting that business. But now we've got this Virga coming down, and we've got this cool little floof plant right here. And I can't be bothered with tripods, so this is what we got. So here's my composition-ish I've got this floof and I've got the Virga coming down, and I'm gonna try to do something with that. Unfortunately, if I go too far over there, I've got telephone poles and wires that I don't want to deal with, but that's where the good clouds are. Look at that. I got that tower, and I don't want to walk too far over here because I'll potentially be in my time lapse. But then also, look what I was saying. Look at that structure. That's incredible. That could be the first thing that lights up. I don't know how I would shoot that either, but at least I'm in the right place. So I'm gonna try to get a couple more shots here, just handheld, wide angle. I'm at the 1435. I'm at f16 because I want, like, I don't want to deal with tripods and focus stacking right now. So I'm just gonna f16, auto ISO it, do whatever I need to do, get whatever I need to get, and then we'll see. Hopefully we get something that looks cool. Oh, look at this. Now we've got look at that. We've got the mammotus clouds. Look at that. I need to find a way to get that. I think I picked the wrong spot. There's another spot that has a better view of that stuff. This is what I said about knowing your area, but what I was banking on is the sun getting under this stuff and lighting this stuff up. And if it does that, this will definitely be the right spot. All right, I'm gonna walk around a little bit more and see if I can get some sort of composition. All right, so I was over there and I found a nice spot for all the mammotus coming down. And then I went to go yell at camera lady to come over here, and I found that she found a better spot. So check this out. I'm totally gonna poach her shot, but you see we've got this cactus here, and then you see how we have the clouds there, and then there's a rainbow right there. I don't know if it'll come through in the photos, but the problem is, you see we have that road and the houses and that thing. So if I come down a little bit, and if I do like my horse stance here, I wanted to get the rainbow right through the center bit, but the rainbow's kind of gone now, but the clouds still look cool. So if I do something like this, maybe even back up, I just really don't want those houses or anything in there. So maybe something like that. So that's what I'm gonna try, because these clouds have really cool texture, but they're also kind of the only ones lighting up. And I don't think that rainbow is gonna come through, but that's okay. So also I'm at f16 still, no tripod, which might be stupid, I know. But I just really kind of hate tripods. Not as much as camera lady hates tripods though. I don't know. I don't think that's very interesting actually. Camera lady got better shots of it because she did more artistic-y and vertical and closer. And I'm trying to do like ultra wide. I don't even know what I'm trying to do.
I did it at 24.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're using that lens, huh?
But also there's yellow roses over on this side.
Oh yeah, huh? These are just starting to bud. Oh, and this one too. Oh, see, this is what camera lady was talking about right here. So this cactus is starting to bud. And if I back up a little bit though, I don't think it's enough to be interesting enough for the shot that I want. Oh, there's the sun. Okay, I'm gonna try Sunstar. Let's come around here and try this. Look at this business. So yeah, look right there. Okay, so let's try this sunstar. Let me get a couple of these weeds out of the way. When the sunstar happens like that, you got like 2 minutes. That's about it, the time it takes the diameter of the sun to go down. So I'm gonna go back up to f16. I'm gonna focus here. This is where I would do a focus stack, but I might try a manual by hand. Just breathe real quiet like. Okay, all right, I'm gonna try to get a couple of these shots. Camera lady needs to get her stuff. So we'll see in a second. All right, so I found this composition here. This is a little wide, but I mean the vertical, you know, the 16:9 crop. But I've got the floofs here, the floofs there, the floofs there, and then epic sunset there. So I did decide to get the tripod out, and I'm gonna focus stack these. I'm also really worried about that wind. Goodness. I'm at f16. Since I'm focus stacking, I can go ahead and drop this down. I'm gonna drop it down to f8. That way I can increase my shutter speed. I'm at 80th of a second, and we're gonna hope that that does enough. I'm gonna take 3 shots. So that's gonna be for the focus blend, and then I'm gonna take one more, I'm gonna drop it down, focus on infinity, and I'm gonna get those clouds to where they're not overexposed. And I think that might look pretty good. I also, the time lapse has been going for a really long time, so I might get something to blend out of that one at 24 millimeters. But I'm gonna wrap it up here, because that time lapse is gonna take me a long time to edit. It's been going for like 30 minutes, and I did it at 3-second intervals. If I'd have known I was gonna go that long, I would have done it to like 5 to 10 second intervals. It's gonna be like 1,000 shots or more. But that's all right. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. So like I said, just study your area. Google Maps is your friend. Driving around your town is your friend. And just, if you see something that looks like a trail or a lookout or whatever, go check it out, because you never know when you'll need to run out the door after you're finishing up doing the dishes from dinner, like I did tonight. And you could end up getting amazing shots if you know where to go fast enough. You know, some of my best lightning stuff and epic sunsets and storms and everything have come from this very spot, because I've known where it is and how long it take me to get to it, you know, all that good stuff. So just don't think that you always need to go super far. And it's like the photographers that get the most amazing shots, a lot of the times, like, they live in the area, and, you know, whatever, especially if it's like wildlife or storms or epic weather or whatever, like, if you have more chances to be out in that area and you don't have to go far and you don't have to get lucky you know, with being there at the right time or whatever, because you're always there. So just keep that in mind and pay attention to the weather. Pay attention to the clouds and the forecast, and set your, especially if you live out here in the Southwest and you got lightning and monsoons, you better set your notifications. I have my notifications on my phone set for like alerts for storm tracking and all that stuff. And it's like we were sitting there doing dishes, eating dinner and stuff, and I heard thunder, and it's like, oh, gotta go, you know? Wow, that's looking good, getting a second sunset now. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Hit that like button for me. That's the best thing you do for the channel, and I will see you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.